My name's Sam Ireland. I'm a graduate research assistant out here at Dakota Lakes, and this is my second summer out at the farm. And so what we're doing here today is we're going to be flying our drone over our corn plots that we had cover crops in last fall, and we're looking at our NDVI, or our normalized difference vegetation index. So we'll send our drone off here, and I'll tell you a little bit more about my project after it gets going. And so the answer, or the question that we're trying to answer here at Dakota Lakes with my research is, some producers are reluctant to plant cover crops because they fear that by doing so they're going to shortchange that following cash crop of soil moisture. And so we're trying to build a model that will help cover crop decisions, some of these producers with these cover crop decisions. And so the fallow period that we're taking advantage of with the cover crop here is after wheat and before corn. And so how the model will work is it'll be a minimum input from the producer. They'll give us a starting soil moisture that he could do with a soil sample or just a educated guess. And based off of that, and that we know his soil type, we can figure out his water storage capacity. And so based on those parameters, then we're going to look at how much water the cover crop is using. So we're going to be using an evapotranspiration equation for that. And within the evapotranspiration equation, each specific crop type has what's called a crop coefficient. And each type has a different water use rating. The difficulty with cover crops is they're planted in mixes to increase that diversity. And so there hasn't been a lot of work done on cropping coefficients for these cover crops. And so we're trying to develop that with NDVI technology to estimate how much water use we're having and getting a crop coefficient to put into that evapotranspiration equation. And so now that we've got our starting moisture after wheat, how much we need, our water capacity, and the water use that fall, then we look at historical precipitation data. And so what that's going to tell us is it's going to give us a confidence interval of how many years we think we'll be able to get full. And so that will be able to tell us whether or not maybe the producer needs to be terminating those cover crops in the fall to save moisture for that following spring. And so my field work here has been to assess this model. And so last fall we planted different cover crop mixes out in this field, and throughout the fall we terminated them at different times, and we'll be assessing that by measuring our soil moisture and follow that through to corn harvest this fall. And so that's my research.